Hello, procrastinators, and welcome back to day 19 of the Nerd³ Awards for 2023. Today, we are going to be awarding the No Blanket, It's Cold, and You're Wet award, which is given to the most uncomfortable game of the year. A game that's hard to play, but not because of its difficulty, because it presents difficult issues and things to think about. Because as an industry, in fact, as an art form, we don't really tackle the uncomfortable feeling. The only time we do is like horror, when it's like, oh, this dude's eyes getting ripped out. It's never really like, well, lives can be messy and uncomfortable, and we don't celebrate that enough, and we don't talk about that enough in this space. And so I've decided, let's celebrate a fucking game that does. And the uncomfortable game of the year for me was He Fucked the Girl Out of Me, which is a Game Boy stylized, semi-autobiographical story about a trans woman entering and experiences with sex work. And it's hard to play through, and it's hard to get through, and it's vital if you have any care about video games that you play it. It'll take you no more than half an hour, and you will come away going, oh god. It says it don't pull no punches. It's brutal and it's honest. It's a really important dig into trauma and processing trauma and moving on from trauma and realizing you're not your trauma. Because the closest we get to that, fucking talking about trauma in video games, is like Spider-Man going, oh, maybe I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore. Like that's like the closest we fucking get, really. And so having a game, like I've been in fucking therapy for so long. I'm my third therapist now. I fucking got a great therapist. Talking through a lot of stuff. I reckon pretty much everybody goes to therapy. It's a delightful thing. And this game, I had to recommend to my therapist to be like, hey, look, video games are doing this now. This is a thing that video games are doing. We're doing this. How amazing is that? Like, how, like, I don't want to use the word because it's so overused in this space, but brave to get that story publicly out there and to talk about the things that are that. Because I, for the longest time, and still keep a lot back from this space. But the creator of He Fucked the Girl Out of Me doesn't do that. And they just lay it all out. And it's difficult. It's a lot of... from the title alone, right? From the title alone, I don't really need to say much, right? I go, title alone, it's this game about a trans woman's sex work. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, you don't even know the details of what's going to go in that game, but you have already made a mind up if you're going to play it or not. And I legitimately recommend, if you went, no, not for me, play that game. Just open yourself up to that way of that person's experiences for just 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Just open yourself up to it and just see that and feel that. It's done so well. Honestly, if you like video games, you have to play this. It's an important video game. It's not getting acknowledged basically anywhere, and it should be. It's also free. It's everything about it is important and vital and makes this art form better. It makes this art form better. And that is what we should celebrate and be thankful for, because I know for a fact that I could not make a game like that. I could not be that honest. It's a work of fucking art, and you should all play it. Yeah, important one. That's an important one. Tomorrow, less important. We're just gonna go back to silly video games. Tomorrow, it's the Now I Am the Master award, which will be easier. Much easier. I'll see you there.